Anything useful?
Come on, little girl. Let's do this. No way is this worth it! Think you're tough? Come on! This ain't over!
Watch your step. There's quite a bit of debris here.
Fine, keep your shit! This is fucking crazy.
Sounding all clear.
Stubborn, I'll give you that. Time to reel him in. Where'd the little bitch go? How much you got left in you? What the hell was that?
Keep it down. I hear someone
What was
coming.
that?
Hey, get into
This looks
position.
like a good place to rest.
What the? Who?
Nothing there now. What do you think? I don't know. Jumping in shadows. Yeah, you're probably right. Gotta cut down on the jet, I guess. Now don't start talking crazy!
Chained up on the other side.
Who's there? Hey!
Swear I must be going crazy.
I'd just leave that if I were you.
Everything starts. What? The jet will make you jittery. Guess they were right.
No shit.
That's what I heard. Rumor is
Nothing. Someone there? At least it sure as hell looks that way.
About time someone wiped those bastards out.
Where'd they go?
I must have a concussion. I'm fucking seeing things. Getting shook up over nothing. You guys got me stirred up over
noise.
nothing. Just noise.
Negative visual on the target. Tango down!
Hey, who's there? Okay, cut the shit. Who is that?
Hey, you're getting paranoid. There ain't nothing here.
You sure you saw something?
Shit's got ambush all over it. Pack
Hear
it in,
someone.
boys. There's nothing
Combat
out there.
positions.
Who's out there? Huh? What the hell was that? Don't think about it. Stay calm. Wasn't your fault. You did what you had to do. What the? Payback time, boogeyman!
Let's show them how the Brotherhood does it! Clear!
Oh, man. Please don't be ferals again.
What? Who's there?
Remain vigilant. Watch it. They've gone dark. Going. Weapons cold. Turning this place over is a waste of time, if you ask me.
Gotta be an end to this someday. For now, gotta do what I gotta do. Huh. Hearing shit.
Hey!
Rip on your... What the fuck was that?
I'm gonna tear your fucking throat! Need some cover fire over here! We've got company! I need some goddamn fire support! Now, cover me!
Better! Have something good on you!
Covering fire! Cease fire!
God damn it! I need covering fire!
Damn, lost him.
Need backup over here! Should've just run! Duck. Behind something, idiot! Ah, my arm! I'll keep him busy! Damn it! Oh!
Come on! Pin him down! Eat this! Oh!
Tango down.
You gotta reload sometime, asshole!
You never know what you'll find.
I'm just getting started! You're still alive? Don't quit, do ya? Made a big mistake, rookie.
Just getting warmed up over here!
Why don't you just die?
Asshole! Just give up! For honor! For glory! My eyes!
Just die!
Light 'em up! For the Brotherhood!
It's called shooting straight.
I lost him.
Bring it, you tin can. Come on, girl.
I could have sworn I heard something.
This is the part of the job that I love.
Push him out!
Clear!
We may have a problem here.
Intruder alert!
Let's do this, bad girl. Lucky hit!
Hostile vaporized!
I've done this hundreds of times. Think you'll be any different? Playing games with me, huh? No sign of a... From now.
I've
Sweet.
heard of breaching a door. This is a lot quieter. Quite a bit of trash to pick through here. Searching through it could prove beneficial.
Nice.
This area seems to be in disarray. Wonder if this is recent.
Who?
Lock and load!
Give up now. I'll make it quick.
Mission accomplished! Why is it so quiet in here? I don't like this.
No way I could pick this. Yes.
can't believe super mutants were human once. How could science have gone so wrong?
It was a stroke of genius to park the Prydwen above the airport. I can't think of a better location.
Maxon might appear compassionate, but I can assure you, the Institute will face his wrath.
Watch your step, ma'am.
Attention. Any personnel who have not completed their annual medical evaluation should report to Knight Captain Cade immediately to schedule an examination. That is all.
By Elder Maxon's orders, all forms of technology should be confiscated or collected.
Welcome back. I heard about the operation at Fort Strong. Any injuries that require attending to?
Actually, I need some supplies for my next stop.
No problem, soldier. Take a look.
Proctor Tegan's looking for folks to procure supplies from local farms. You should talk to him.
Excuse me.
Never did understand how you folks ate inside those big tin cans. Mess is self-service, sister. You take what you need.
If it looks dead, put one more in its head for good measure. Why take the chance?
What brings you to me today?
Let me see what you have.
All of my weapons are mission ready.
If you keep hoarding that garbage, you're going
You
to slow
think the
us down.
Commonwealth looks bad? You should see the capital wasteland.
Joining our cause was the wisest decision of your life, sister.
Excuse me.
I prefer laser weapons myself. It's a cleaner shot and leaves that memorable ozone smell behind.
Synths, FEV. Who knows what other sick projects the Institute's working on.
Excuse me.
I don't know about Scribe Naraya. I think she loves her little zoo a bit too much.
Quinlan?
It sounds like we owe you our gratitude for wiping out those monsters at Fort Strong. Now, did you have any documents for me? Or perhaps you were interested in aiding a research patrol?
I found some technical documents for you.
These will prove interesting. I'll file them immediately. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, the Commonwealth is an almost unlimited source for these technical documents. Check every building you explore during your patrols very carefully, and you might be pleasantly surprised at what you find.
You know those synths with the plastic faces? Ugh, they creep me the heck out.
Hey.
If Dumb and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
I'm pleased we were assigned to the same team. I think we can learn a lot from each other. Why are you bothering with that junk? If we want to win the people's hearts and minds, we have to spread the word of the Brotherhood across the Commonwealth. Why are you bothering with that junk?
For the Brotherhood! Sent them back to hell. No prisoners! That's how we do it in the Brotherhood. I'm not gonna... Standing down. Safety's off. Target eliminated. godless heathens! Long live the Brotherhood! Negative visual on the target. Threat neutralized.
There we go.
I'm not gonna make this easy for you. You're clear. You never know what you'll find. Where'd they go?
Threat neutralized.
Remain vigilant. I know they're still here.
Hostile vaporized.
watch my back, I'll watch yours. It's getting late. Should we bivouac out here, or find a place to stay?
We're close. All we need is enough power to fire up the signal interceptor. Better check all your connections and make sure all the components are wired together on a single grid. Sir.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to us all. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so close to the answers I'm looking for.
Eager to get inside, huh? Good. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
That's fortunate.
Yes, it was. Securing useful resources during wartime is critical. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. She was a valuable asset. Your mission is simple.
Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
I hope this is worth it.
If everything goes according to our plans, this mission will place us squarely on the road to victory. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the mission, and don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck.
Would it be possible to speak off the record for a moment?
All right.
Forgive me, this is difficult. When you were first placed under my sponsorship, I had some serious reservations about it. Despite all that, this has turned out to be a rewarding experience. For both of us. At this point, honestly, I don't feel like there's anything else I could teach you about being a Brotherhood soldier that you don't already know. It's apparent from your attitude and your actions that you intend to keep those ideals close to your heart.
I'm flattered to hear this, but I feel like there's more.
There is. I'm just not very good at these sort of things. Let me start at the beginning. I grew up alone in the capital wasteland. Spent most of my childhood picking through the ruins and selling scrap. When I was a bit older and had a few caps to my name, I moved into Rivet City and opened a junk stand. While I was there, I met a guy named Cutler. We got along pretty well. Watched each other's backs and kept each other out of trouble. When the Brotherhood came through on a recruiting run, we felt like it was a way out of our nowhere lives. So we joined up.
I'm glad you had greater ambitions than just selling junk.
Once I saw what the Brotherhood had to offer, there was no comparison. Anyway, about a year after we were posted to the Prydwen, Cutler vanished on a scouting op. It took some convincing, but I was able to persuade my CO to let me assemble a squad and search for him. It took almost 3 weeks, but we tracked his team down to a super mutant hive. Those wretched abominations had slaughtered everyone but Cutler. He should have been so lucky. The mutant bastards used their FEV to change him into one of their own kind. He wasn't Cutler anymore. I had to... It was my duty to put him down.
You did the right thing.
It's what I was taught. I don't know if it was right. Ever since Cutler died, I've seen other soldiers come and go. Some were brave, some were honest. Hell, some were even downright heroic. But I'd never considered any of them to be a good friend. A friend like Cutler was. Until now. It's a good feeling, but it frightens me all the same. Having a bond with someone, then losing them. It changes you. I don't want to go through that again.
It'll never come to that. I promise.
Even though I'm well aware that you have no control over it, I appreciate the sentiment. I just thought you deserved to know how I felt. If you feel that I've overstepped my bounds, I completely understand. Whatever the case may be, I appreciate the fact that you took the time to listen.
Look alive.
Need something? Want to swap some gear?
I'm proud to be serving under Elder Maxson. I had enough alliance in his foolish ways. Your rad levels are spiking. Might want to have the doctor take a look.
Attention, this is a reminder. All recovered
Liberating the
technology must be
Commonwealth is a
presented
huge
immediately to
responsibility,
Dr. Quinlan
but we'll
for
get the job done.
evaluation. Anyone found in possession of undocumented technologies will be subject to inquiry and punishment.
Can't talk right now. Gotta clean the Mirelux scat off my boots.
Charging into a situation guns blazing is a good way to get yourself killed.
What can I get for you today?
Let me see what you have.
Be my guest.
To you, that doesn't seem old. To me, it's an archaeological relic.
Look alive.
What do you want? Switching out your gear?
Proctor Tegan.
You looking to pick a fight? I'll help you end it.
Let me see what you have.
Sure, I've got something that'll put a smile on your face.
You point, I shoot.
Hey.
Don't
What do you
let
want?
Maxon's age fool you. He's a brilliant tactician and an
A
experienced
smart soldier is always prepared.
If you're looking for another safe haven, there's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge. Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth scum can be fatal.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto. The device doesn't work from over there. You have to be on the platform. Let's see. Relays dialed
Refrain from
in.
opening fire
Beam
inside the
emitters
Institute.
warmed up.
It could jeopardize
Everything
our
looks
entire
green.
mission.
Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program
Dr.
on
Lee
this
is a valuable
holotape that'll
asset.
scan their network
If any
and
harm comes to
download
it,
anything it finds.
I'm holding you
If you
personally
place it in
responsible.
any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3,
You have your assignment,
2,
soldier.
1.
Move out.
Stay safe, soldier.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Sean, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Sean, please. Calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
This is insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, levity. Excellent. A sure sign that you adapt quickly to stressful environments. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, Your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Yeah, you lost me. I don't see the point of any of this.
You don't see the connection. Let me try to explain. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They need your help, Sean. It's rough up there, to say the least.
Oh, we've tried that. Surprised? The Institute once tried to help create a stabilized Commonwealth government. It ended in bickering, infighting. It was a disaster. No. We look after our own now. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince. Just
old man.
Give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. I know there's more for us to discuss, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here, in the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Things are pretty terrible up there.
I've seen it myself. I know. That is why we are so committed to creating a better life for ourselves here. And it's a life that you can now be part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but we've made remarkable progress.
He's definitely impressive.
Yes, it's pushed our technology to the limit. We've gained some valuable insights in terms of both hardware and software. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. You'll have an opportunity to interact with him further. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent looking for a child, looking for the younger version of me, what do you think? Do you think you could love him? Like you would a real boy?
I don't need a synth. I found the real Sean.
Yes, but not the Sean you were looking for. In some ways, the synth is far closer to what you expected. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way the boy's presence can help, I hope you'll keep an open mind.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Doc? They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
What makes you ask? I'm a complete stranger to you.
I suppose when I heard your story, I felt sorry for you. You've suffered more tragedy than any one person deserves. Your whole world is gone. I'm sorry. I know that was a very personal question. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then.